Welcome back to Rad City Resin. This week, there's a chill in the air, which is impressive because I live in the middle of Florida. That can only mean one thing. There's ghosts in the air, and I want to see if I can capture one. So put on your goggles, strap on your proton pack, and let's get hunting. I'll start by cutting off a square of iridescent cellophane. I absolutely love this stuff, and you guys are probably sick of seeing it, but I still have so much of it left, so strap in. Next, I have this jug of UV resin that I keep for projects that I don't necessarily need a perfect finish for. I poured a good amount into my silicone measuring cup, and I'm going to use this for dipping. At this point, be sure to cover your work surface with some paper or a silicone mat because this can get pretty messy pretty quickly. If you don't have one yet, I'll put a link in the description for a really big silicone mat that works wonders for projects like this. While you check it out, be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I took the cellophane and wrapped it around a large bead to give it a domed shape at the top. I slowly dipped the top into the resin and then I let the excess drip off. I covered my resin cup and set it aside, then I cured the UV resin for 1 full minute using my UV lamp. I poked some wire into the top of it to act as a handle, then dipped the bottom of the form into my resin cup, making sure to fully submerge the entire form. I let the excess drain, then cured again for 2 more minutes. I dipped the entire piece one more time, again letting the excess drain, then cured again, this time for about 3 minutes, being sure to shine the UV light at every angle and fold. Honestly, the cellophane really does all of the work for you. Because it's so thin, it folds really nicely under the weight of the resin and creates a really lovely draped cloth effect. As soon as I was able to set my figure down, I immediately poured the rest of the resin back into the jug because I knew if I didn't, I would absolutely spill it everywhere. Those silicone mats really come in handy, let me tell you. Next up, I had this old mason jar, so I decided to poke holes into the lid. I did this with a thumbtack and then widened each hole with a clay owl. And I'm only just now seeing the irony of poking air holes for a ghost. That's not what it's for though. I'll show you in a second what it's actually for. I wanted to give my ghost the appearance of floating in the jar, and I tried a few times to use wire, but it never really worked out the way I saw it in my head. It just kind of like clanked around and it wasn't the ethereal floaty ghost that I was really wanting. I decided to try to mount the figure with a standard sized hot glue stick. I used a lighter to melt one end of the glue stick, then stuck it to the underside of the lid. This kind of worked, but the stick was a little bit wobbly because it's so thin. So I pulled out a larger, thicker glue stick, and of course this one was much longer. So I used my little handsaw to trim off about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. This stick worked way better and supported my little ghost really nicely. I wanted to give my little buddy some personality, so I used a Posca marker and some black gesso to draw on some super wide eyes. I love how he's trying to be spooky, but he kind of looks a little bit scared himself. And I guess he should because he's about to get captured. I kept trimming the glue stick until my figure could fit neatly in the jar and still be able to close the lid. He looks like he's in ghost jail, and it's so sad. I think I want to call him Jebediah. What do you think? What's a great ghost name? Tell me in the comments and send this video to a friend who would love a little ghost buddy. I bought a little color changing LED light to act as a base, and look how cute and spooky he is. It's so cute, I can't handle it. I love how the colors just bounce off the cellophane and they even like kind of scatter on the wall behind it. It's perfect. I'm literally going to keep him on my desk all year long. I ended up taking him out of the jar because the glass was kind of thick and it distorted the view. I may end up buying a cloche for it, but for right now, he's just chilling in the open, living his happy afterlife. I really love this project because you could really do this with any fabric, any color cellophane, or even some wrapping paper. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you make yourself a little ghost pal, let me know in the comments because I would absolutely love to meet them. So go make something awesome this week, and as always, stay rad. If you enjoyed this ghost hunt, check out this video where I make even more spooky projects.